Hello, everybody. Friday, June 5th, 2020. We got 3 TTMs today. You might be able to figure out one of them just based on the return label. I always appreciate when they do that. It just shows that they care. Pretty thick here, and I don't remember sending out a lot of cards to people. But you just never know what you're going to find. So, Charleston, West Virginia. We will start there. Really thick. Okay. Carl Lee. So there's a lot of cards in here that I told him he could keep. So either he returned them signed or just returned them unsigned. But you'll see in a minute here, there's 4 of one card. And I don't need that many. There we go, an Upper Deck, 91, I believe. Here's the Pro Set. These art cards that are really nice. I got one back last week. Oh boy, I really don't need 4 of those. Let's do this. I'm going to stick 2 here. One will go in my PC. One will be trade bait. And let's start a other sports giveaway stack. And I have some ideas. I might change well, you can't really see the other pile. Anyway, I'm playing around with some ideas and how I might change the monthly giveaway. And my thought was, before I get to these last 2 TTMs, do 2 or 3 stacks like I normally do, draw 3 names, and whoever I draw first basically can pick what stack they want. Because I know sometimes some of you have your eye on a certain stack, maybe you win something else, but that would give you a way to sort of maybe have some choice in what you get. And if I had a football/basketball stack, maybe who I draw first is more into football or whatever. Anyway, it's an idea. This one is going to be Jim Duffel, who's 85 years old, I think now. And okay, he put a note in here. He played 5 years, mostly for the Giants, a little bit for the Reds. So first off, 64 tops, high number, which is why it's kind of beat up, but I still had to pay a decently pretty penny for it. Doesn't bother me one bit. Still happy to have it. Pretty cool, kind of a ultra fine Sharpie maybe. And it looks like he dots his eye with a star. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, Mr. Jim Duff. Let's see what his note says here. So it looks like I asked him a question here. It says, I heard you got Clemente to ground out for a save in your first appearance. Is that the highlight of your career or maybe something else? It said, hopefully I can read this. One of them. Other one was home run at Candlestick against, I can't read that. At Candlestick against Philly. Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah. Other one was complete game against Dodgers in L.A. Not much of a career. Haha. And he signed this again. Well, I would say he had a better career than I did. He pitched 131 innings over 5 years. Like I said, mostly with the Giants, a couple with the Reds. Mr. Duffalo, that is 131 innings more than I pitched. So I'm always very impressed. Last one of the day. Again, we get part of our note back. So I've been trying to ask questions a little more just to learn more about players. Okay, and here's a custom. Well, first off, let's check out our 64. Another one that's really beat up, but because it's a fairly high number, I was just happy to be able to get it without breaking the bank. And the autograph looks great, so doesn't affect me one bit. I'm a happy guy, happy guy. So this is a custom of his. It's it's his testimony probably. Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to read all this, but here's what I'll do. I'll hold this, And you may pause and read that at your leisure. There's one side, some stuff on the back. Very happy to get this. Always glad when players are willing to share their faith. I think that's really neat. We'll stand you up. Let's make room for you here. And while I'm opening my letter, let me put in a update for my 64 set. Right there, that is how many I have signed. That's the percentage signed of the 64 set. I'm getting kind of low on guys I can send to. There's a few more that have fees, that have higher numbered cards that I don't have. There's a couple fees that I won't pay because I just think they're a little too much for me. But pretty much hitting the wall on what I could reasonably get. Recently put my Gaylord Perry cards away, deciding just not to send him. His autograph is changed enough to where it doesn't really look like his autograph. And I had some cards ready to go out to him, and it took me so long that I just changed my mind. Okay, so what did I ask Mr. Molar? I know you pitched 2 innings in the 66 World Series. Is that a career highlight or maybe something else? Perhaps being the youngest, which I didn't put the E in youngest. I put an R. Youngers Dodgers starter ever. Yeah, by the way, he was the youngest Dodger to ever start a game. He's only, even now, 77, and he was playing in 64. So what does that tell you? I would think every player would say if he was on a World Series, it's their biggest thrill. There are a lot of players in the Hall of Fame who never played on a World Series. So I definitely feel blessed. Joe. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool successes. Happy to get some nice vintage today. Little football, nice mixed bag here. Got to learn a little bit more about some of these older players. Really glad they are able to sign for me, and I'm glad you were able to watch my video.